Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I am finally getting around to doing an updated craft room tour. So my room triples as a bedroom, an office for my business. So my office is pretty much this space plus this bookcase. Then the rest of my bedroom is this part, so that bookcase and that chest of drawers, and it also is Keanu's room. So this is my beautiful black cat Keanu, and he loves sleeping there. If it's hot, he sleeps here. If he wants to curl up, he sleeps in this tray. That is my coffee dyeing tray. I just put one of my funnies inside, and he loves curling up in there. Just give you a panoramic or 360 degree view. And then this is Keanu's room. So we have his water and food. His food is kept in that container along with all of his things. All his things, that's his scratching post, which doubles as storage for my shoes. And then bags over here. So I've got my dance bag, my laundry bag, my shopping bag, my post office bag that I take orders to, and I love my fairy lights that go all the way around my room, around my ceiling. Here's my gallery wall with all my special things up there. And yeah, since the last time you've seen my room, I think I've put up a few more shelves. And here is my little nook. I love my little crafty nook. And these are some new additions. I put up a photo wall and another sort of gallery wall there. I'll take you into detail of all of this after I just give you an overview. Okay, so we have one window there, one window here. So I've got some natural light for my desk. And I hung up my crystal from my grandma that she gave me back when I was a kid. And that's my view from the window. Alright, let's go into each item or area more specifically. So this is my desk. I love window space, like this windowsill, so just got some tools here, some highlighters, my little fox vase. These glass cubes also came from my grandma, so I like having pretty things in my windowsill to look at. So I've got some clips, some alphabet pieces. This is all my clips, paper clips, my business cards when I pack orders. And then coming down here, these boxes I made when I was in high school. So they were really fun. Alright, so I've just got a whole bunch of washi tapes here. Lots of washi tapes. Most of these came from Washi Wednesday, Stationery Pal, or Your Creative Studio. And my glues go in this one here. And I do have some compartments and places for ephemera pieces and sticky notes, labels, that kind of thing, which I decided to add here so I can just easily grab it. If I can't see it or have to dig for it, I don't use it. So here I get to see it all. This is my grandpa's typewriter that was passed down to me. I love it, love it, love it. Here are my current journals that I'm using. So we have my collage journal, my daily Hobonichi, and then I have some inspiring books to keep me inspired. I will do a separate video sharing my inspiring books that I love looking at for inspiration. Then I've got some folders. These are for personal journaling. Got photos and ephemera in there for my daily life. My Psalms journal too. Then over here I'm using all space. This is my printer. It is an Epson EcoTank printer. And I've got my photo printer here, my Canon selfie square. Just got some bits and pieces in this ephemera holder container that I got from just the local cheap shop here, Prices Plus. Here I keep my staplers, my inks, and more paper clips. This container, this tin, I don't actually have anything in it at the moment. So not sure what to put in there. My Delphonics pouch. Now, in my previous craft room tour, I probably had 3 mugs where all these things were kept in mugs, but I realized that I can just use this Delphonics pouch. I literally just sit this on my desk and I reach for these items all the time for my journaling. Yeah. So just got texters and markers all in here, which I love using. And I love decorating it with some pins that mean something to me. Some of these came from you guys. And then up here, oh sorry, last thing on my desk is my sewing machine. Okay, and then I've got these 2 shelves here. So here are more supplies. I love this vintage letter holder that I got from an antique place in Melbourne. And I've just got my favourite vintage pieces in here. Vintage postcards, library cards, swap cards, photos, vocabulary cards, tally cards, papers. So those are my treasures. And then over here, more supplies. So I like all my supplies within reach, so I don't even have to move from my desk. I've got stamp tags, vintage tea cards, postage stamps, key charms. I love key charms and other charms. Handmade charms that I've done myself, and some eyelets, some sticker stamps. So I thought the stamps could go together. This one here has my flower stickers, and this one has all my label stickers, just there. This is my Daphne's Diary journal. It's only here because I need to do a finished flip through of this, and then it will go into my drawer of completed journals. My Hobonichi, not my Hobonichi, my Chic Sparrow Traveller's Notebook. That's where I record all the journals that I make. My beautiful journal from Johanna Clough. These are all personal journals that I've made for myself and other journals that I currently use. And then these are journals from other people that I have bought or been gifted. And then up on this shelf, these are all my journals, my personal ones. So handmade journals that I made myself. Some of them have been filled up, others I still am yet to use. Before I go on to this shelf, let me finish the desk and I will show you what's inside each of these drawers. I'm sorry about the lighting. Here we go. So this one, I did try to make it, this side of the desk is personal and the other side of the desk is business. So this is a bit of a mix though. So I've got my alphabet stamps, all my stamps are here, film, spare film, batteries, USBs, those kinds of things in there. So that's all my personal stuff. So things I can easily reach for. I do want to, sort that drawer out. It's not my favorite. This is personal stuff, my personal treasures. So things I want to use in my personal journal. So wallpapers, vintage ledgers, pattern papers. This is all for, when I come to do my own personal journaling. And then this one, again, is for personal journaling, but this is my Amity Bloom drawer. So over the years, I've been collecting papers, fabrics, laces, wallpapers from Amity Bloom. And I haven't really touched this. I'm waiting for, again, shouldn't be waiting, but for my right project for that one. This drawer is my Daphne's Diary drawer. So in this basket's all my Daphne's Diary cutouts. Underneath it are all my Daphne's Diary magazines. And this is my anchor journal. So I'm using a lot of Daphne's Diary for this journal, so that's why I place it here. Love that journal. Now the bottom drawer is all personal stuff, except for this. I just didn't have any place to put it yet. So I just made some collages, and because I have a cat, I don't want him to destroy anything, so I have to put everything away, which is great because it means I always have a clean desk at the end of every night and the start of every morning, because I put things away so he doesn't get it. And then, just some other things. But this is all my personal files, basically. This is my filing cabinet in my room. Car insurance, tax, all that kind of stuff, birth certificate, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so over here, this is my sewing drawer. And a bit of a hodgepodge too. So my stamps, my binding, my sewing, my threads, my wax linen thread, and also my charms and beads are in here. So that's that one that I always reach for. This one is, yeah, this is definitely my business side. So it's got my packaging for, you know, sending orders. This one has all the envelopes and packages and patron goodies and freebies. So lots and lots of envelopes in there, envelopes and stamps here, all that kind of stuff. And then here is my vintage French drawer. So my vintage French drawer is probably my favorite drawer aside from my personal drawers. But yeah, I'm working on 3 vintage French journals at the moment. I've got the pages here, plus I'm working on this 4th one here. So that's my vintage French drawer. This one here is, well, it was my vintage music paper drawer. All of that is vintage music paper, but I didn't have a place to put my doilies, so it's also my doily drawer for now. So my large doilies, my round doilies, gold doilies, yeah, my doily drawer. Okay, let's go to the Rascog trolley and work our way up. So on the bottom shelf, a mix of works in progress, lots of covers that I've prepared, some journals that I've finished that I need to put up in my Etsy or do a flip through of. This one is my shop one, so I try to keep this one my works in progress, but if I make too many, then they overflow down here. So this one is my shop tray. So if you're interested in a journal, I have plenty in my Etsy. So if you want to help me clear out some space, that would be super, super helpful. So yeah, these are my shop journals. So I can either just pick one out, put it in its package, put it in its envelope, and send it out. So everything's together. And then here, again, this is all for my business. So within reach, you know, got library cards that I've altered, papers, stickers at the back, my ephemera folders, like little ephemera pieces that I've made, and more papers. This is for a project I want to do with envelopes. So postcards, little books and things, works in progress, other projects here that I just have to find a place for. These 2 little shelves here, just random things, because I've got to keep some of my personal stuff in here too. So some of that's just personal, like the Rubik's Cube, and sentimental, meaningful things for me. A container of crayons, my bulb pins, artwork that Keanu did, beautiful blue butterfly. These fun little fairy lights I strung up around here. And let's show you what's on this shelf. This is new since last time. This used to be all journal supplies, but what I've been slowly trying to do with my room is put more of me in it. I just felt like I was being drowned out by my business. So I wanted more of this space to have more of my personal things rather than just business items for my shop. So I got my Instax camera. These are all just beads, all beads. This one's glitter, that one's glitter. So then I've got my personal books. So that's my reading journal. This is a handmade journal I made myself. Vintage books that I love, my vintage French books here, ballet vintage books there. So this is just purely to look at. Like one day I will make journals out of them, but I think they're all going to be personal journals. Yeah, so they're kind of all for me. Same with these leather journals. Those are both my personal journals. These are my mugs that I used to use. Blue butterfly mug, my Psychology in Seattle mugs. So I do keep paintbrushes in that one, and my jewellery making tools in that one. My beautiful tiara from Emma. Big shout out to Emma. And just things that mean something to me back there. I've got paints, spare glue, Prismacolors back there. So, you know, just things I don't really use much. My watercolours and my acrylics are in here, in that basket. But, you know, I can pull them out whenever I want. Going up here, I've got a bit of a photo wall happening with my Polaroids and just some artwork that I've done, artwork other people have done, book pages, things. I want to do more with that, but yeah. And my beautiful poster from Psychology in Seattle. I love, love, love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go to the bookcase. So this is my business bookcase. The bottom shelf are all books for my business. Well, actually, okay. From pretty much this side onwards, they're all for business. And I will, again, do a video showing the books that I like to use for my journals. This side, again, because I wanted more of me in here, they're all personal books that I won't be cutting up. And also my personal journals, because I didn't have enough space. These are quite larger journals, like tall journals, so I didn't have any space on my other shelves to put them. So these are personal journals, and a lot of these are from my courses that I've done. So often my journal courses that I run, I do with a bigger journal because I like having visual space for them. So yeah, those are all my books. Okay, coming up here, all right. This might be new since last time I saw you, but here I've got my Daphne's Diary agendas and personal journals here. Just another place where I can have my personal journals. Here are my personal art journals. One of the art courses I did, I used one of these. All right, let's do these ones first. This is my scrap box. This is my lace box or basket. And this is ruffles, trims, clusters I've made, and just leftover pieces. I kind of want to get rid of that one eventually and put it into other pieces, other boxes, baskets. All right, let's go into here. So this one has my bags, all different types of bags. This one has my paper bags for my journals, so for the covers. This one has my vellum. This one has all my coloured papers. This one has all my note papers, like my smaller note papers. This one has, ooh, coffee dye paper. I finally did a whole big bunch, so a whole bunch of coffee dye paper in that one. It overflowed, so I've got another coffee dye paper here. Then this one is my book pages, random book pages. This one is my tissue paper and napkins and pattern papers. So I always say papers are my favourite supply. That's why I've got so many drawers for that. Bags and envelopes are also my favourite supply. Just over here, this is my fabric basket, which is overflowing. Over here we have my envelopes. So coffee dye envelopes, napkin envelopes, book page envelopes, also pockets. So we've got wallpaper pockets there. Coin envelopes, larger envelopes, altered envelopes, small envelopes. Just lots of envelopes. This one's my tags. So these are all my handmade tags. I do have a video showing how I make these. Wallpaper tags, piano paper tags, music paper tags, collage tags, vintage French tags, book page tags, all of that. This one's a bit random because I just had an extra space. So this is all my handmade bookmarks. I used to make bookmarks and sell them and give them away and use them myself. So that's all my bookmarks. Then we've got my sort of mixture here: lace, sari silk, seam binding, cheesecloth. This one has my lace. This is my main lace one, so lots of lace in here. Look how beautifully it's folded and so neat. Oh. This one I had to do new because I received this just recently from BB Craft, so I had to find a place for all my new laces. And this is all my doilies, all my embroidered doilies and linens. Oh, I love this. I really have to use that eventually. Got a roll of piano paper here, my Derwents from when I was a kid. Here I just have some just different projects I've been working on: collage journal cards, vellum pieces, paper bags with napkins on them, handmade envelopes, more tags. So it's kind of a hodgepodge. My idea was for my next year, I'm thinking of doing a patron mail tier where it's a different theme each month. So one month you'll get all handmade items using book pages. Another month you'll get all handmade items using vellum. Another month you might get a paper pack. Another month you might get a digital pack. Another month you might get journal cards. I don't know. I'm not sure quite yet what I'm doing, but that's kind of what I'm collecting, where I'm collecting everything for that project. I don't have anything in this box. This box has my extra pens, pencils, texters, staples, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much all my business side. All my business side. Let's go to personal. See, look, Keanu's in his tray. His little bed there. It's your room, isn't it, baby? Hi, you want to say hello? He's having a little sleep there. That's my frame to film on. You've seen the video where I show you my filming setup, but that's where that lives. And Keanu loves it because it's kind of like a little house that he can sleep in. Alright, so I put this bookshelf in, this bookcase in this year. and swapped bookcases. Mine was a bit smaller, so this time I could put more of my books, and maybe if you want a video I can share the books that I have. Moving houses, I got rid of most of my books, so I only kept the ones that I absolutely loved. So that's my top shelf, and then this shelf that has my fantasy books, and then I've just got some other random things, philosophy books, my mental health art book, my Bible from when I was a kid, another Bible. Just this is all personal, so things from my childhood, from my life, folders of ephemera or papers and things. This shelf, okay, so I am a journaler at heart. I have journaled since I was like 11 years old, and this shelf, out of everything in my room, this is the most important thing to me, this shelf right here. So these are all filled journals from throughout my life, from the age of university age, so 18 onwards probably, is where I became a regular writing journaler. Up until that point I was a bit on and off, but this is where I became regular, and this has my life in them. These are unused ones at the top. These ones here are filled up. So that to me is the heart of what I'm about and what I do, even more than junk journals. When I look at my shelf of junk journals, which I'll show you in a second, or in a minute, or a few minutes, I prefer this over my junk journals, which has been really challenging for me because I'm not sure what that means, whether I stop doing junk journals or I don't know. Anyway, down here, this is all just personal stuff again, so photo albums, photo books that I've made, folders with all my stuff in them, all the things I've collected over the years, my artwork is all here, and then these 3 boxes, well, one is treasures, like fabrics and lace, that's personal stuff, and then here, these are all from like my grandma and things passed down to me through the years, and so that is that. Now, I'm not going to go through my whole chest of drawers because that is personal, but I will just show you kind of how my room is decorated here, my keys, you know, just special things to me, my birth cup there, that's normally silver, but you know, it's been tarnished, so it needs a polish. My tiaras, love my tiaras, my jewellery box that my grandma made me, my mirror that I made when I was in high school. I love crystal and I love silver, so that's how I decorate things there. My jewellery, my clips, blah 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 blah. Alright, this top drawer, since I don't have my own house or anything, that is where I keep all my food, so that's my pantry. This one has all my t-shirts, singlets, that kind of thing. This one has all my pants and shorts. So these are my 2 clothing drawers. This one has more photos, personal photos and things, so I won't open that. It's got photos of other people in there. And then this one is my completed junk journal drawer. When people ask me, how do you store your completed junk journals? They're in here. Some of them you saw on my shelf above my desk, but this is where I keep my completed ones. And to me, honestly, it's like a mess. Like, I'm very an organized person. I need organization, I need structure. This, even though they're not in order, I can find an order pretty quickly with this. Like, these are all representative of a different time of my life. This is just a random mix. And so that's why this kind of makes me a bit anxious when I look at this. Kind of like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming. Individually, they're all wonderful, but if I'm trying to make sense of them all together, I don't know where to start. This I can, because I start one and I finish one and I go on to the next, and one for a theme or a time in my life. Whereas this, you know, I start one and I don't finish it till 2 years later, or I have one for this time in my life, but I've also got 5 other journals on the go, and I just can't make head or tail of this. This makes me a bit stressed. So that's another reason why I'm not sure, do I keep up junk journaling in this way? So something to think about. But that's all my completed junk journals, and my plan is to go right back to the beginning, hi Keanu, and do a flip through of each of my completed junk journals in order, and maybe that will help me make sense of all of this. And I want to do that as well, just to figure out, do I want to keep doing this or not? Like, I still want to do visual journaling, and I'll always document memories and use photos and stuff. I just needed a different system than this. This is a mess. Alright, Keanu, out the way, sweetheart. Alright, and then I think that's pretty much it, because the only other area is Keanu's room. Oh, you saw a bit of a flash of me. So that's Keanu's area. Like, that's literally his area. He uses the whole room. Oh, this part. Okay. I'll show you my gallery wall. This is what it looks like for now. I've just used fairy lights as the place to peg or clip my pieces. Each of these means something to me. If you want to know the story, let me know. I could do a separate video showing the meaning of each piece. But there's my calendar. That's how I organise my life, with a calendar, not a planner. The left shelf is where I put my books that I read. That little basket just has, you know, lip balm and headphones or earphones, a pen and random stuff. This one has my Bible, my prayer journal, and just some other books. And yeah, so this is my craft room. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so glad to finally have done an updated version. Oh, if you're wondering what's under my desk, that is 2 baskets, and they've got junk journal paper packs in them that I just haven't gotten around to listing yet or showing on my channel, but I will eventually. There's 12 in one, and I think like 7 in the other. One's an art journal pack or collage pack, and one's just a paper pack. So yeah, I'll get around to sharing that eventually. But that's my room. Now, I love order. I think the older I get, the more I love order. It just makes me happy, makes me feel calm, peaceful. So I am one of those people who likes having a place for everything, and everything goes back in its place. Just looking at this makes me so happy. And that's not everyone's style, so please don't look at this and be like, oh my gosh, my room doesn't look like that. Don't worry. One of my friends, she needs chaos in her life. She feels stressed if things are too neat. So it's all about just finding what works for you. If you need a bit of disorder to create, then you go for that. Me, I like being able to have a clean desk at the end of each night and the start of each morning, and everything in its place. And eventually I do want to put more of me in my room, less of the business stuff, and do more personal projects. I really want to work on some books, writing some books and art journal type books, work on some more journaling courses, and work more on my personal journals. So I don't know, we'll see where we go, what direction we take. There's my beautiful boy Keanu. This is his room. He is totally terrified of the typewriter. This could be fun, actually. Let's have a look. He does not like the typewriter at all. When it makes a noise, he runs away from it. So I love my beautiful Keanu. Anyway, if there's anything you would like to see, anything you would like to know, feel free to let me know in the comments. And Keanu's going to say goodbye. Isn't he beautiful, my little crafty companion? Hey Keanu, good boy. And it was a privilege and a pleasure to share my room with you, and my space, and how I organise and store everything. And I'll be back. If you have any video requests, let me know, and I'll be back, and I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to journal your life, because your stories matter. Bye guys.